Today I'm going to show you how to make this little elephant here, and this is what he's going to look like. He's so cute, and here he is. So let's get started. You were going to use your loom to make the ear. So we're going to start with the single rubber band, and we're going to start from the second peg on the right here, up. And then we're going to go around the loom like that. Just follow, and then we're going to come 3 down. 2, 3. That's what you should have so far. You start here to there, 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 and all the way around the there. And then you're going to come after the 4th peg. You bring the 4th peg into the center. And then you're going to complete this side, bring it 3 rubber bands down. Like that. And now you're going to come from the top of the loom down, and always use single rubber bands for these. So that's what it should look like so far. And now to complete the rest of the ears, we're going to take it from this peg out to there, and then we're going to bring it back in. To there. And that's what it should look like so far. And now we're going to make this will make the ear pretty thin, so we're going to make an extension for the ear to make it extra big for an elephant's ear. So down towards the bottom of the loom here, we're going to use the rest of it. So we're going to start from the center, so just don't connect it, just start from 1 peg down at an angle, and we're going to go 3 down. Like that. And then from that 4th peg, we're going to go in the center, and then we're going to start from the top peg there, down, and connect it. Again, single rubber bands. That's what you should have so far. This is the main ear, and this is the connector. Now we're going to take this single and put it all the way across, like that, from this peg all the way to this peg here. Then we're going to take another single. We're going to put it from the peg, the 3rd peg, all the way across. So that's what you should have so far. So from this peg to that peg, this peg to that peg. And now we're going to cap this one off here 2 times. So we're going to cap this end off here 2 times. Okay? So now we're going to loop the extended part of the ear. So we're going to go under the capping rubber band, grab the top rubber band, and hold the capping rubber band down, and bring it onto itself, and we can just continue up the ear. Just make sure you go in between that holding rubber band, this one you extend it well beyond, push it back and grab that rubber band and bring it up in here, go under the capping, and finish looping the ear. And finally bringing it to the center there. And now this part here, this rubber band and this rubber band, you're going to take to attach to here and here. So this one goes to the top the first peg on the top of the ear, and this last one goes to this peg, and these one we're going to attach it here. So first we're going to take the side rubber bands here off the loom, and we're going to pull, careful not to pull it off, the ends one off the loom. Just pull it up here so it can come off a little bit like that, and I'm going to use my hand to hold this side. I'm going to use the hook to pull out that side. Then there's your extension, and now I'm going to transfer it right onto the main part of the ear. So the bottom part will go to the fourth peg from the top, like so. And now you're going to take that holding rubber band and you're going to extend it and put it on that peg to that peg. And now you're going to take the other holding rubber band that's sticking out. You're going to put it from this middle peg to that middle peg, and then the top where your hook is, you're going to put it on this peg there, that peg. So it should look like that. And you're not gonna, don't hook any of these part onto these middle pegs here, just on this one and that one. And now we're going to cap this one off using a single rubber band, and you're going to cap it off 3 times. Loop it 3 times around that to hold it. And now we're going to put some holding rubber bands. We're going to take a not so stretched single rubber band, and we're going to make our triangle formation on these 3 pegs here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to take another single rubber band, we're going to double it, and we're going to put it on the next 3 pegs down, or creating a triangle formation there. So this one, single, not doubled on that triangle formation. This one, single, doubled, and put it on that triangle formation. And we're going to take another single and double it, and we're going to put it on this small triangle formation there. So check your loom to make sure that's what you have. So now we're gonna go ahead and start unhooking or looping. So we're gonna reach in this peg here, and we're gonna reach in, we're gonna grab the top rubber band, and we're gonna hold the capping rubber band and bring it onto itself. Reach under there again and bring it onto itself. It should go to this peg there. And now I'm going to go up, loop up to this peg here, to the second peg from the top. So on the right hand side, we're going to just reach here and loop up. Reach behind this holding rubber band, push it back, pull, and stop right there. And now we can finish looping the other sides, making sure we are creating teardrops. So just loop it and bringing these rubber bands onto themselves. Reach in, whichever's the top, grab it and bring it onto itself. Just go up, make sure you pull everything back on that side, the left side, and bring it onto itself. Pull everything back, just every one of these you want to just pull the bottom rubber band. Again, this one here, don't pull that holding rubber band we connected. Go under it and loop it onto itself. and make sure you have something to hold your ears. So we're going to continue up the middle here, finish up the side here, reach in there, and make sure you have teardrops, check to make sure you have teardrops catching your rubber band. And then we're going to loop around the top of the peg here, the loom. So where the arrow is, you're going to loop, bring the rubber band around. You want to release any tension, go ahead, use the back of your hook. And then we're going to, this peg, top peg here, bring it onto the second peg here. And this is where you're going to attach your elephant's ear to the body right there. So that's where that is. So let's take, this is what your ear should look like so far. And you see teardrops all around. Now we're going to take it off your loom. And just make sure you don't take this one off here, this important one. Everything else can come off. So just carefully remove your ear, and remember, don't pull too fast, and you want to put your finger there to hold to make sure that we don't want to pull that one off. Or you can put your holding hook there if you want, but everything should come off, and put your hook to catch your ear. So that's one side of your ear, and now we're going to work on the other. Same thing, grab your gray rubber bands, and we're going to start from this second peg or pin here up, and we're going to go around your loom and come down 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then come in. We're going to go on the right side now. 1, 2, 3. And then we're coming down the middle of the loom, the center peg from the top. Once you're at this one peg here, the 5th peg down, you're going to bring your rubber band to the side, and then you're going to, from that side all the way over here, and finish that off there. And we can cap this one 3 times. Okay, now we're going to make the extension for the ear, or making the ear wider. So again, we're going to jump a peg down and go from the center to the side diagonally, and go down 3. After the 3rd one, come to the center, and then starting at the top, going all the way down to meet the bottom peg where the rubber band is. Okay, now that you have that, we're going to put our holding rubber band that's going to attach to our main ear. So we'll put it on this 2nd peg all the way across, and this 3rd peg all the way across, and we're going to cap that, this bottom one 2 times. Okay, now we're going to hook and get that ear, this part of the ear, to attach to the main ear. So go ahead and just hook it. Just make sure you push the holding rubber bands back to grab to the rubber band that's underneath. Just loop up your loom I wanted to create my elephant kind of like with big floppy ears like Dumbo, so that's why I wanted the big extra floppy ears. Again, we're going to take everything carefully off, but not the end, not these two pegs, just so that way we didn't have to jerk it too much around the loom. So now that we have it on top of the peg there, we're going to hold this side, the bottom side, and pull the top side and take off. That's what you have. Again, we're going to transfer it. We're going to put the bottom one on the fourth peg and pull the holding rubber band onto the next two pegs above it, like that, these two. And then the other holding rubber band, we're going to put it on these two pegs, like that. And then we're going to put the top one on this peg here. Let me get it on that peg. Just make sure this one loops on there. Same like the other ear, just in case you missed or don't remember. Again, take a single rubber band. We're going to put it on the second peg, creating a triangle here. And then we're going to take a single rubber band, double it, and creating the hold right there. Take another single, double it, and creating the small triangle down here. And now we're ready to loop. So go under, grab the rubber bands, the single at the bottom, and just loop it up. If you're going to the side like I am, starting on the right hand side, stop on the second peg from the top. And now you're going to start at the bottom. If you're following me, just go on the bottom of the ear lobe here. Just grabbing the bottom rubber bands, and here on this side, if it gets tangled, just pull it out so you can see, reach inside that peg, pull it onto itself. Again, just reach in and pull each rubber band, single rubber bands, and looping it right onto itself. Continue that till you finish your ear. If you can't see it, just go ahead and pull it to the side. Oops, not this one. The center one should just go up to the top of your loom. There shouldn't be a center band that you're looping to the edge, because that center band is the holding rubber band for the ear we brought over the side of the ear to make it extra floppy. Okay, now we're here. We're going to loop across the top and back to the center peg, the side peg, the second one down on the right. So creating teardrops, check to make sure you have teardrops all the way around. Okay, once you have that, now you want to, again, unhook your ear very carefully off your loom, and make sure you don't take it. Let this one slip out here. You want to put your hook to hold it if you want. It's just in the way, so I kind of just take everything off the loom and then take your holding hook. There you have your two ears, and now we're ready to do the arms. In this one, the paws and pads and everything, these are the pads here. This one I kind of did this way, and I'll show you how to do it. This will be one of them. And here we have little white toes and a pink pad on his foot. So we're going to take a single white and loop it around 3 times around your hook. And then you're going to take 2 single grays. You're going to loop it 3 times on your hook. Take another single gray and loop it 3 times around your hook. And we're going to, here you can later put it, like create it into paws, just pulling your rubber band over and just integrating it like that, so the paws are in between the rubber bands. So right now I'm just gonna take 2 single pink, and we're gonna pull all his little paws here, or I don't know what elephants are called. So we're gonna put it on the pink rubber band to create the pink below here pads on his feet, I guess the toes here, the toes of the elephant. And then we're gonna use your loom, it's easier. Just go ahead and take 2 single rubber bands and put it on your loom 3 times. 2, 3, and let's do this two more times because he has 4 sets of feet, the 2 front and 2 back. So I'm just gonna create the feet right now of the elephant. And then we can do the toes and the padded part separate. We just did 1 padded paw, okay, or his toes. So we're gonna take that pink part. You can use whatever color you want. I just chose these, and if you want to do it all gray, you can, or any color. So to attach it onto your foot part here, just set your rubber bands on your loom like that, and then go ahead and loop it up onto itself. That way you don't have to use the hook. You can do this on the hook also. It works out the same. So let me take it off and show you here. Don't let it come apart. There's your foot, and you can kind of pull it like that, and then, like I said, play with it and pull it, the grays around the whites to create the toes in between later. Since I want to hurry it up in this tutorial, we can you can do that later, but essentially you want to pull it so it looks like that, and I'm just going to leave it right now. I'm going to make the other toes. So I have 2, and we're going to make 2 more, and you'll have to make 3 more. So once again, we are going to take a single white, loop it around 3 times, take 2 more single grays for the toe part of the elephant, loop around 3 times, take 2 pinks, and pull those toes right onto the pink pad of the foot. Then we're gonna attach it to the leg and unhook it. Take it off your loom. And if it's kind of twisty, just fix it so it's untwisted. And just pull the paws so the pad, the pink pads of the foot is there. There, I have 2 create another one with you. So for the toenails, 1, 2, 3, single white, and then take 2 grays and wrap it around 3 times around your hook. Second gray, take 2 pinks, make the pad of the foot. This just gives your elephant some color. Again, if you don't want any, and you want your elephant to just have gray, just go ahead and use gray or whichever color elephant you have. Obviously this guy's green. I just wanted to test it out with green because I don't have a lot of gray, so it still turned out cute. So once again, attach it to where your foot setting are, and then unhook it. If you want to pause and finish your 4th foot, you can, and just come back when you're done. And now we are going to do his eyes. And his eyes, I like to use these navy blue. It's called Navy Blue by Rainbow Loom, and it works out well. It makes it kind of nice and doughy and glossy, and the rubber band's more shiny than the other ones. For the eyes, I'm going to do the same as the penguin and the dog and the cat. Same process. You're going to take a single rubber band, wrap it around 4 times, and then take a white and wrap it around twice on one side and twice on the other. Again, another eye. Same thing. Take a single rubber band, whichever color you want, wrap it around 4 times, and take a white and wrap it around 2 times on either side of the eye. And now, since our elephant is gray, whichever color your elephant is, take that color and scooch the eyes right onto that rubber band, and make sure you keep that order. So that way your eyes will look good. Make it dough-like. Continue our dough-looking animals. Okay, and now you're going to take your hook and put your eye on there to hold for later. And let's make the trunk. So the trunk, I made this elephant here have a little bit of pink in his mouth, in his trunk, the tip of his trunk here. So I'm going to loop that 4 times, take a pink, loop it around 4 times, and I'm going to take a single gray, that's part of his mouth, and I'm going to loop it around like the eyes. I'm going to loop around 4 times also on either side. So it looks like that. And now I'm going to take, for this trunk here, it's really tight, so it's going to be a little hard. If you wanted to do it like this, you can, what I'm going to do, or you can do it like the foot, where you wrap this and then just put it on your loom. It's a little looser, and your trunk will be a little looser like your foot here. But if you want it tight, I'm going to make it tight. And you're going to do the same length as the foot. You're going to do take 2 rubber bands like I am, and just pull this off, and then you're going to put 3 extra on here and then pull it off your loom. So for the tighter trunk, you're going to take 2 single rubber bands, double it, and you're going to pull his mouth part here off onto your hook. Like that. There's 1, and we're going to do this 4 times. This is 2, single, double it, and we're going to pull it through. Try not to twist it. That's 2, 3, and the last one we're going to put it on a single rubber band to hook it onto the face. Again, you don't have to do this. This makes the trunk tighter and stiffer. If you want it to make it like the foot, just make it on the loom or hook it like I am. It's easier to do if you're not doubling it like here. So this is the fourth one. And mine's twisted, so I'm going to hook it so it doesn't twist. And then the last one, even on the hook, once you have your fourth rubber band from here, you're going to take a single rubber band and then pull it through so it can go on the face. So we'll put our trunk for later. And now we have everything we need to make our elephant. So now we're going to make his body. So again, once with all the other animals, we're going to use 2 rubber bands. Starting from the top, we're going to go to the side and down 2. And then bring it to the center. Again, push this all the way down to make sure we can hook it easier later. From the top on the side of the other face, 2 down. And then to the center, pushing the chin rubber band all the way down. And we're going to do the center of the face. Pushing it down. Now we're going to do the body from the chin to the side. Choose whichever side you want. Come 3 down. And then after the third time, bring it to the center. And then do the other side of the body, same thing from the chin to the side. And finally to the center. And now let's do the center of his body. Always from the top, so we do the chin down first and all the way down to his bottom. And then we can cap this bottom rubber band here, peg here, 3 times. It's fine. 2, 3, okay. And now we're gonna put the legs on. So with the aid of your hook, just put it in the loop and put your legs on. That. Okay, and now we can put it out this way. This one's already sticking out, so put it out this way. Make sure the rubber band all gets on the peg. Now let's attach the eyes on the second peg from the top. And once you have the eyes on, separate them. Like that. And then we're going to put the trunk on. And that should go on the third peg from the top. There's the trunk, and you can mess with it later when we're done. And the ears, we're going to attach it where the eye peg is. So we're going to put it, stretch everything out, and make sure you get all the rubber bands. See where the hook is? Make sure get all the rubber bands there. And there's one ear. Again, the ear goes where the eye peg is. Make sure you slides. Make sure it flops the right way. I'm not a lefty, so this is a little hard for me. So go ahead and slide it. Again, making sure all the rubber bands get on there. You can turn the ear. There's our elephant so far. And now we're gonna put the holding rubber band for the face. So we're gonna put around the eye, making a triangle, around the nose, the trunk, making the triangle. And now we're gonna do some on the torso. There, and the stomach. Just single rubber bands to hold your elephant together. And now we're ready to hook. So let's start at his bottom. So we're gonna reach under the capping rubber band, grabbing the top two and looping it onto itself. Next two should be the one on the right for me. And just go up the side of the body until you get to the shoulder and stop there on both sides. If you can't see your rubber bands, just pull it to the side and reach in and get it, the bottom two. Okay, now that you're at the shoulder, well, let's do the center of the body, just to that peg there. And now we can add the arms, the front legs, and we're gonna put a hook inside the loop. Let's turn our foot around because it'll be turned around. So wherever the front pad is, you can always flip it, but if you want to turn the front pad around, grab your hook and pull your pad, your feet right onto the hook and the rubber band, and then loop it onto itself. And now the pad is facing us. So once again, grab your other foot, put the hook on, and grab the rubber band for the shoulders. Pull your foot, elephant's foot, front paws there, foot paws, whichever it's called, and pull that rubber band right onto the chin peg there. And then you want to bring that last torso rubber band up onto the chin peg there. There, you want to check to make sure it's all raindrops or teardrops. So now we're going to loop the chin, unhook the chin, reach inside, grab the top two, and it should be the one going around the trunk. Pull it right onto itself. Again, reach inside, grab the next two, should be, for me, the ones on the right. And once you pull it out, you can kind of see teardrops forming. Okay, if you want to release some tension, put your hook in and rotate around your peg. And then continue the side of the face, grabbing the bottom two rubber bands and looping it onto itself. Making sure you pull everything back and just grabbing the bottom two rubber bands. And if you see the teardrops, you're good to go. And then finally the center of the face. Push your eyes apart. To the top of your head. Take a gray single rubber band and hook it to create your slip knot to hold your elephant together. Make sure you got through all the rubber bands and tie it off at the end, the top of his forehead there. Carefully not to break your rubber band, and check to make sure we have teardrops catching all our rubber band. And now we can unhook our little elephant here. Take him off the loom very carefully not to break our rubber bands. There he is with his big floppy ears and his big eyes. He's perfect. You can adjust everything a little bit if you want. He's already sitting perfectly for you. There's your cute little elephant, and fix his paws. And again, you can create his paws like that with the toes sticking out, the toenails, the white toenails, and I'll fix that later. But right now I'm going to show you how to do the tail. And you can also, if you want to leave him as a charm, you can with this, or you can tuck it back here so you have your little elephant here. But let's do the tail. For the tail, we're going to take a single gray and we're going to reach back here inside a couple rubber bands, which however many, it doesn't matter. And we're going to create a slip knot. Just pull it through, create a slip knot, and pull it out. There's your tail. And then at the end here, you can tie a knot. For your little elephant. There's his little tail, and there he is. Thanks for watching. I hope you like him.